माय रिटायर्ड लाइफ फाउंडेशन की तरफ से आप सबका हार्दिक स्वागत है। 2-3 महीना गैप के बाद में हम लोग शुरू कर रहे हैं अभी सबकी सुनो प्रोग्राम। और मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि आज का सबकी सुनो प्रोग्राम इज गोइंग टू बी एन एक्साइटिंग वन। और इस प्रोग्राम के एंकर करने के लिए हमारे साथ में मौजूद है अपने प्यारे मित्र नवीन दुग्गल जी, दिल्ली में मौजूद हैं। मैं नवीन दुग्गल जी से अनुरोध करता हूँ कि आए प्रोग्राम का संचालन करें। नवीन दुग्गल जी, फ्लोर इज ओपन। आप म्यूट हैं।
Hello.
प्लीज वेट सर, रमनी सर प्लीज वेट।
Hello. Can I start now?
प्लीज वेट सर, प्लीज वेट।
Okay. Thank you. Good evening, friends. Thank you, Dr. Sangutta sir. The decade 2021 to 2030 has been designated by the United Nations General Assembly as the decade of global road safety, with focus on digital technologies for improving road safety. Today, I will be talking on digital technologies for road safety. Road safety is a global issue involving the quality of roads, the quality of motor vehicles, and the behavior of human beings. As per the road accident statistics released by the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways for the year 2021, approximately 1.5 lakh people died on Indian roads. That's roughly around 500 per day. A majority of road accidents are caused by human error. Overspeeding and fatigue are the major contributors to this problem. As road users, we all know that devices like speed sensors, CCTV cameras, and smart traffic lights have already helped in ensuring road safety. Crash sensors and airbag sensors have also been made standard facilities in many brands of vehicles. Maps promote the road safety and accident reduction by providing real-time alerts to drivers about traffic signals, accident-prone zones, speed breakers, and it also provides 3D view of traffic junctions. Advanced gadgets such as the accelerometer, ultrasonic sensor, alcohol sensor, eye blink sensor, smoke sensors are used to prevent accidents. GPS and GSM modules are available to locate accident spot and the nearest medical facility. While these are all known to many of us, I will briefly dwell upon some of the lesser known applications of technology for road safety. The National Highways Authority of India has made available a mobile application called Sukhad Yatra, which provides highway-related information and enables highway users to report any accident or pothole or any traffic block on the roads. Recently, 1112, the three-digit service to report accidents, has been introduced. Any distress call to this number will be handled by the control room to provide relief to the victims. In the aftermath of the Nirbhaya incident in New Delhi, the Automobile Indian Standard 140 has been implemented since 2018, which requires all public service vehicles, including buses and trucks, to install the vehicle location tracking device with provision for a panic button that sends a distress signal to the control room. This will ensure that the vehicles remain connected with their control center. The automotive type SIM cards with a life of 12 to 15 years are factory fitted in these vehicles in order to make them tamper-proof. There will be at least 2 SIM cards from 2 different networks to ensure there is no break in connectivity. There is a proposal to mandate video monitoring system in every public vehicle to monitor the driver behavior such as fatigue or distraction and so on, and add a sense of accountability. But there are issues of privacy of drivers which are coming in the way of implementation. Some problems we see today in road safety are created by technology. For example, distracted driving due to cell phone use by the driver leads to a significant number of preventive accidents. Here again, emerging technologies have a potential to counter distraction. The cell phone can be blocked for calls and messages if the vehicle is in motion. In fact, in US, in one of the states, that is a rule, if the vehicle is moving at more than 10 miles per hour, the cell phone should be blocked for calls and messages. With the advancement in 5G technology, there is a possibility of integrating video and artificial intelligence technology with cellular vehicle to everything, V2X technology. This would create an intelligent transport system that would recognize vehicles, cyclists, pedestrians, and other infrastructure on the ground. Existing traffic light systems and smart cameras can also be integrated to reduce accidents and fatalities. But friends, there seems to be no new technology on the horizon to prevent a pedestrian from crossing the road while using the mobile phone. We have to depend only on the prayer, Sabko Sanmadi De Bhagavan. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ramani. I think it was an exciting talk on the various technologies and road safety के ऊपर में. Thank you, sir, very much. May I request Naveen Duggal ji to please take it forward.
Yes, thank you very much for the opportunity. Let me present and welcome R.K. Modi ji, our next speaker. Welcome, Modi ji.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, go ahead.
आज मैं विज्ञान और धर्म, साइंस एंड रिलीजन पे कुछ बात करूंगा. हालांकि बड़ा विशाल सब्जेक्ट है, बट संक्षिप्त में बात करूंगा. धर्म और विज्ञान दो अलग अलग दृष्टिकोण हैं. विज्ञान और तकनीकी विकास के साथ साथ मानव समाज में धार्मिक विचारधाराएं भी मौजूद रही हैं. धर्म एक आध्यात्मिक, आदर्शवादी और नैतिक विश्वास प्रणाली है जो मानव समाज में व्याप्त है. यह मनुष्य को अपने जीवन का अर्थ और उद्देश्य समझने में सहायता करता है. धर्म में मान्यताएं, आचार व्यवहार, नियम, भक्ति, ध्यान, पूजा और मोक्ष जैसे तत्व शामिल होते हैं. एक वैज्ञानिक के मस्तिष्क में उपजी कल्पना खोजों, अनुसंधानों व प्रयोगों का आधार होती है. इन परिकल्पनाओं को वास्तविक रूप देने हेतु वह उपलब्ध तथ्यों को भली भांति जांचता है, परखता है तथा उसमें निहित रहस्यों को खोज निकालता है. मनुष्य की कभी उड़ते हुए पक्षियों की उड़ान की परिकल्पना आज अंतरिक्ष की ऊंचाई को नापते हुए वायुयान उन्हीं का प्रतिफल है. विज्ञान और धर्म दोनों ही मनुष्य के जीवन को समान रूप से प्रभावित करते हैं. दोनों ही मनुष्य की अपार शक्ति का स्रोत है. विज्ञान जहां मनुष्य को समस्त भौतिक सुखों की प्राप्ति कराता है, वहीं धर्म से मनुष्य में आध्यात्मिक शक्ति आती है. इस प्रकार विज्ञान स्वयं में अनंत शक्तियों का भंडार है. वह प्रकृति में छिपे गूढ़तम रहस्यों को ढूंढ निकालता है. धर्म भी विज्ञान की भांति अनंत शक्तियों का स्रोत है, परंतु धर्म प्रयोगों या वह तथ्यों पर नहीं अपितु अनुभवों, विश्वासों व आस्थाओं पर आधारित है जो उसे आत्मबल प्रदान करती है. धर्म मनुष्य के चारित्रिक विकास में सहायक होता है. इस प्रकार हम देखते हैं कि अनेक रूपों में विज्ञान धर्म का ही एक रूप है. धर्म और विज्ञान दोनों के परस्पर समान गुणों के कारण ही एक दूसरे का पूरक माना गया है. इस प्रकार दोनों में कोई अंतर नहीं है. महान वैज्ञानिक अल्बर्ट आइंस्टीन ने कहा कि धर्म विज्ञान का और विज्ञान धर्म का पूरक है. धर्म के बिना विज्ञान लंगड़ा है और विज्ञान के बिना धर्म अंधा है. विज्ञान भौतिक पदार्थों का अध्ययन करता है तो वहीं धर्म चेतना का अध्ययन करता है. धर्म रहित विज्ञान मनुष्य को सुख तो प्रदान कर सकता है, परंतु यह उसे कभी कभी विनाश के कगार पर भी ला खड़ा करता है. विज्ञान के वरदान से जहाँ मनुष्य चंद्रमा पर अपनी विजय पताका फहरा चुका है, वहीं दूसरी ओर उसने परमाणु बम जैसे हथियार विकसित कर लिए हैं जिसने उसे विनाश के कगार पर लाकर खड़ा कर दिया है। धर्म और विज्ञान का समन्वय ही मानव मात्र में संतुलन स्थापित कर सकता है, उसे पतन की ओर जाने से रोक सकता है। धर्म और विज्ञान तेल और पानी की तरह है, वे सह अस्तित्व में हो सकते हैं लेकिन वे एक सजातीय माध्यम बनने के लिए कभी मिश्रित नहीं हो सकते। हिंदू धर्म में विश्वास किया जाता है कि धर्म और विज्ञान दोनों मानव ज्ञान के प्रामाणिकता को प्रमाणित करता है। अब कंक्लूडिंग पार्ट्स में मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा, इस प्रकार संसार में सुख, समृद्धि और शांति की स्थापना के लिए धर्म तथा विज्ञान दोनों का एक साथ विकसित होना अत्यंत आवश्यक है। यदि विज्ञान को हम छोड़ दें तो आदिकाल की सभ्यता में हम पहुंच जाएंगे जहां इंसान पत्थरों से जानवरों का शिकार कर अपना भोजन जुटाता था, वह गुफाओं में रहता था। वहीं यदि हम धर्म को छोड़ दें तो मनुष्य निरंकुश होकर कमज़ोरों पर जुल्म करने लगेगा। हर शक्तिशाली अपने कम से कम शक्ति वाले को मिटाने लगेगा। परिणाम ये होगा कि एक दिन संसार में कुछ एक शक्तिशाली रह जाएंगे, बाद में वे भी आपस में शक्ति परीक्षण करते हुए विनाश के कगार पर पहुंचकर मिट जाएंगे। अतः इन संसार में धर्म को भी उतनी महत्ता मिलनी चाहिए जितनी महत्ता विज्ञान की मिल रही है। इसी में विश्व मानव के जाति का भला हुआ। धन्यवाद।
बहुत खूब मोदी साहब, आप तो हमारे सर्वश्रेष्ठ स्पीकर और गायक और हर कला में उत्तीर्ण है। आपका जो अनुभव है वो हमें शेयर करने का मौका मिला, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और बहुत बढ़िया आपका जो विज्ञान और स्पिरिचुअलिटी के बारे में था, वी लाइक इट। आगे बढ़ते हैं, हमारे नेक्स्ट स्पीकर हेमा जगन्नाथ मैडम, प्लीज आइए और आपका बेस्ट।
Yes. Good evening, friends. My topic will be surprise. What am I talking about? I'm not going to talk about any knowledge, really speaking. I feel that the knowledge can be always acquired from the books and also from many other things. Always when I sit around and just think for myself, many things come into my mind. Oh, how do I follow it? What is this? What I'm talking about, a way of life. Now, way of life does not mean that I'm going to give, you should be disciplined, you should not walk in such a manner that you will fall down, this will happen. No, not at all. This is entirely different thing. When I go through different forwards, I start thinking about it. Now, one of them is that, and the forward that I've taken up it is, life is not how you take it, but what you make of it. This is the sentence, I repeat it because I'm not using PowerPoint here. Life is not how you take it, but what you make of it. So this is the statement that attracted my attention. I said, why not talk on this? Something different. Incidentally, I always like to be a little different from others. Even my PhD topic was a little different from others. Anyway, so I don't want to talk about myself. Let us look at the meaning of these words. Life is not how you take it. That means many people must be taking life in a different way. Some are very optimistic, some are very pessimistic. When I was in college, one of the girls always used to sing this song. दुनिया में हम आएंगे तो जीना ही पड़ेगा, जीवन भी अगर जहर है तो पीना ही पड़ेगा. So she is taking the life, okay, it is given to me, this is what it is. But there are people who take it differently. जिंदगी ये सफर सुहाना, आजकल क्या हो कितने देखा. Now, Kishore Kumar, I think, I don't remember who it is. So, different type of people think about life, how you take it. So, the misstatement is not how you take it anyway. Now again it comes to what is the meaning of taking it. It could be positive, it could be negative. Okay, I'm not a good singer. Doesn't matter. I can sing in bathroom, of course. Okay, learn an instrument. What is wrong with it? You find, identify your competency and do it. Don't waste your time. Trying to Bhagwan, मुझे ये नहीं दिया, अच्छा नहीं दिया. Many people say, क्या करूँ यार, भगवान ने ऐसे कर दिया, विधि ऐसी है. And there is a big controversy which I am not going to discuss now. That is it that destiny, or you can change the destiny, or you make something out of the destiny. These are two controversies, because this is a topic which often goes in spirituality. If you say everything is God created everything, that does it mean don't we have a free will? And of course we have a free will, and we can see that as we go ahead. I'm a lecturer, so if I'm little taking more time, somebody can caution me. So then I will make it a proceed. Okay, now we all know about, I'm only giving live example. For example, we all know about Chandran. Chandran, who lost her leg but never left her dance. In fact, she acted also in a movie. So, yes, she took it. She had no leg, but she did not keep quiet. She was very optimistic. That is what one should be. When we say, भगवान ने, परमात्मा ने दिया है या कुछ भी है, वासना है, पूरे जन्म है, whatever it is. So you take it. So it is not, life is not how you take it. Again, that's what I said, it could be optimistic or pessimistic. Whether it is optimistic or pessimistic, ultimately both of them achieve their objective. Now, how do they achieve their objective? So some like Sudha Chandran modify the situation. There are others who say, for example, a short fellow, nobody accepts him. So he become a clown in a circus. And all of you might have seen that movie. It is Kamal Hassan, playing both the roles. So when we look at the word, what does it really mean? It really means that there are two ways to do it. Whatever is given, adopt it. Totally adopt it. ADOPT. Second is adopt it and adapt it. Adapt yourself to the situation. Now, every time you cannot adapt. They cannot, square peg cannot be put in a round hole, for example. Or a round peg cannot be put in a square hole. No problem. You modify it. You may take another one or make the square one, round one, do something, cut here and there and do something. So what does it mean is, you can accept it. You can given. Things are given. Very often things are given. Situations are given. People say, "Arey, wo waisa hi to waisa hi lena padega." Accept people as what they are. And usually this is about brother, mother-in-law, daughter-in-law. अरे वो ऐसी है तो ले लो ना, वो generation है, तुम क्यों उसके साथ बैठ के लड़ती हो? ले लो ना, जो भी है ले लो, accept it. That is one way. Other way is, okay, you do what you want to do, I will do what I want to do. There is another way, which is what people are adopting now intelligently, or rather I will put it wisdom. Intelligence does not always work. Intelligence has to be combined with wisdom. Intelligence alone is more dangerous. I don't want to tell you a story for that. There also there is a story how the intelligence leads to certain problems. So what I'm trying to say is that when we talk about the life, when the life is given to us, situation is given to us. For example, I don't call myself old. I call myself senior. I feel very proud that I'm a senior rather than old. So when all people ask for the age, I say I keep on reducing one year every year after my birthday, after 60. So you become very young. It's all mental age and psychological age and physical age. They are all different. So what I'm trying to say is that when we really look at deeply and introspect about this statement, what it means is, okay, certain things are given to you. So जिंदगी को या तो बोलो कि ये पीना पड़ेगा, और you can say दुनिया तो बहुत सुंदर है. So don't allow the world to take over you. You take over the world. So when you do that, what happens is your life becomes happy. Ultimately, what is the objective? To be happy. Now, why should you make something out of something? Why do not take it? Because every one of us want to be happy. Now, how to be happy? Or you want to change what is given to you? Sit and fight every day? No, that doesn't work. What really works? Even why? Bringing a little bit of economics here. Why did the concept of division of labor came up? Simply because everyone is good at different things. And when your son cannot study well, why you sit and cry? Maybe he's a good artist, maybe he's a good athlete, he could be something. So that awareness is slowly coming up. So what I'm trying to say is, when we say, जिंदगी ऐसा है, मेरा घर गया, मेरा वो गया, मैं क्या करूं? कुछ नहीं करने का. No problem. Still you can live. So my time is over. Then I will conclude by saying, life is, according to me, mantra is very simple mantra. And then mantra is effort plus hope plus God's grace will enable you to live a life. And I want to link it to Gita because effort is nothing but karma yoga. And hope is nothing but either it could be bhakti yoga or jnana yoga. And God's grace is always required. He is the creator and he will take care of us. So no problem. All of us, let us be happy. I do not know whether you like the topic. So sir is very clear. Suno, Sab Ki Suno. He didn't say Sab Ki accept karo. You can throw it in the dustbin, no problem. But Sab Ki Suno, an opportunity was given. So
Well done.
I said,
Hema ji, thank you
you.
very much. You have shared your wealth of experience, expertise, knowledge, and practical what have you gone through. Thank you very much. I would like to welcome Ramani Moorty ji, please, जो आज की आवाज है, सबकी आवाज है और बहुत बढ़िया पेश करती है. Please come further and present your speech.
Thank you so much, Naveen ji, and a very good evening to all of you. And I really thank Dr. Sengupta for giving me an opportunity to speak whenever the Sab Ki Suno comes. So I'll start my topic. My topic is today is about Hindu scriptures. So I'll start. Traditionally, Hindu texts are divided into two categories, Shruti and Smriti. Shruti literally means that which is heard. Shruti scriptures are believed to be divine revelations and thus the most authoritative text on beliefs. These were passed down orally from one generation to the next without any additions or amendments. Shruti text includes the Vedas, a collection of hymns that are among the world's most ancient extant texts. The oldest among these are Rig Veda, which some people date back to 1500 BCE, along with Samaveda, Yajurveda, and Atharva Veda, was composed over a period of 1,000 years. Along with the Vedas, the Brahmans, treatise on rituals, the Aryanyakas, discussion on ritual and meditation, and the Upanishads, philosophical elaborations on the Vedas. All Shruti literature has been composed in Sanskrit. Smriti. Smriti meaning that which is remembered. These are texts attributed to different authors and were traditionally written down and transmitted. The Smriti corpus includes a vast body of text on diverse subjects such as the Vedangas, which are connected with the study of Vedas, the Itihasas, the epics of Mahabharata and Ramayana, the Puranas, legends and lore such as creations, myths, Dharma Shastra, Artha Shastra, and the Sutras, codices of special technical knowledge. The Bhashyas, reviews and commentaries on Shruti and non-Shruti texts, that are digests on a variety of topics such as politics, culture, arts, society. Now, the Upanishads literally meaning sitting close to. It implies listening closely to a guru's discourses. These Shruti treatises discuss some of the principal tenets of Hinduism, such as moksha, or liberation from cycle of rebirth, perhaps why they are known as Veda. The highest purpose of Vedas, there are 200 Upanishads, which 12 are considered to be mukhya or major. Itihasa. The Mahabharata and Ramayana are part of Itihasa literature and narrate incidents said to have actually occurred. Itihasa translates to so it happened. There are epics. These epics are thus seen as records of contemporary history as opposed to the Puranas, which tells tales of the remote past. Puranas. These are Smriti texts that describe events said to have occurred in the remote past, as against the Itihasa, which records contemporary history. They include diverse topics such as legends of kings and discourses on philosophy, grammar, and geography. The oldest of all the Puranas are the Markandeya Purana, contains the Devi Mahatyam, the oldest treatise on the all-powerful mother goddess. The Vedas. Foremost in Shruti literature, the Vedas are considered to be knowledge revealed by Brahma itself. The Rig Veda, the bedrock on which the other 3 texts are based, codifies the hymns of praise. The Samaveda is a book of liturgical melodies. The Yajurveda lists mantras for rituals, and the Atharva Veda offers guidance on everyday life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ramani Moorty ji. It's not just only about Vedas, but is a reminder and a very nice explanation you gave. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Our next speaker is our unknown and a well figure. I need not find words to describe it. Shri Anand Saxena ji, आप आइए और पधारिए और अपना प्रवचन दीजिए. Thank you.
Thank you, Naveen Duggal ji. And my sincere thanks to Dr. A.K. Sengupta, sir, who always give me the opportunity to speak on this platform, Sab Ki Suno program. Almost in every Sab Ki Suno program, I used to say something or the other. Today, my topic is safe soil. When we step on soil, stamp on it, or when we walk over it, we never know that soil is very, very precious. Because without soil, there won't be any plant on the earth. And without plants, we won't have food to eat or breathe oxygen to breathe for our survival. Actually, soil is a mixture of organic matter, minerals, liquids, and organisms. It is different from the clay, which has the property of plasticity only upon wetting. The soil contains humus. Humus is a dark organic material which is formed in soil when plants and animals decay. It is rich in nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, calcium, potassium, which are necessary for the plants to grow, and it retains moisture in the soil. Why it is important? Soil is an important source to grow plants, holding roots and supplying water and other nutrients to the plant. Secondly, agriculture crop. It is very essential for agricultural crop, which provide us food, clothing, and shelter. Most importantly, soil is habitat for several organisms like ants, earthworms, snails, centipedes, millipedes, and these microorganisms play an important role to make our soil fertile. Since the plants cannot grow at its own, they require nutrients from the soil, and these nutrients are provided by the microorganisms. what are the reasons for soil damage? Before that, I want to say, if soil is not fertile, for the last 100 years, whatever we got the fertile soil, today we are having only 50% of that. And if we don't preserve the soil, after 40 or 50 years, there won't be any food, there won't be any plants for the animals, carnivorous, and there won't be anything on the earth. And there were cows. Just imagine, if you don't have food in your house, if you don't have food in the market, in the restaurants, what will happen? A civil war will ensue. So this is very important to preserve our soil. And reason for soil damage is soil loses its fertility because crops after crops are planted year after year because of the economic problems. Soil is damaged due to mining, chemical spills, use of insecticides, fertilizers, and by humans to take more and more fertile land to construct their bungalows, multi-story and all. Erosion. Some soil is also get damaged because of erosion, because of the earthquakes, because of the floods and all. This is accumulated and went to the place where it is not needed. Cutting of trees, deforestation, also one of the reasons for the depletion of the soil. The plant roots which anchor the soil and keep it in place are removed. Lot of damage is done to the soil. And overuse of the poor farming techniques or by overgrazing of plants by the animals is also one of the reasons for soil depletion. Microorganisms are very important, and how if they are dying, we won't have fertile lands. They play a very important role to make the soil fertile. Because plant don't grow at its own. It requires nutrients, and these nutrients are provided by the microorganism or organism. So the plants can live when there are a lot of microbes in the soil, and animals and a human being can live only when there are plants to provide us the food. But the disastrous thing around the world is that soil microbes are dying. It is happening because of the microbes need organic matter to eat, and organic matter means leaves and the branches which fall on the ground, and the animals which decay, since most of the twigs and leaves are removed by the farmers. So they are not integrated, disintegrated, and since not many animals are farmed, so most of the all falling plants, it is because of that we don't have, microbes are dying. That is very important. So globally, we should try to preserve it. And my message is that we have, in democracy, we have right to vote, right to voice. Voting is different thing, that is for political purpose and all. But for raising voice, I will request all the person to spread this message as widely as possible. Because if there is a shortage of fertile soil, there would be problem, because fertile soil is decreasing, whereas the population, it is increasing in arithmetical progression. So that was my little listening there. Thank you very much, Naveenji. Thank you, Sengupta sir. Bye.
Thank you very much, with a big clap, that you have brought a mindful awareness of not only environmental and global warming, but to at least start some roof gardening or around your place to care for the plants and things that will be helpful for our food for the future. And the uniqueness of that interest, though people do often fight, but if you are with the plants and all, is a very good. Gardening is one of the best hobby which I used to do before. But
Yes.
I mean, my grandfather, we traditionally, we are aware of it, but to recognize these plants and seeing the beauty of life is the inner beauty. Thank you very much. Further, सबसे चेहरे यूनिक माता मैं तो कहूँगा मैडम संध्या आहूजा जी को बुलाता हूँ, आप अपना भाषण दें. थैंक यू. संध्या जी. हेलो.
Yeah.
हेलो. हाँ जी,
Thank
आओ जी.
you.
पधारो जी, पधारो. वेलकम.
Good evening, friends. Thank you, Sen Gupta. First of all, thank you, Sen Gupta sir, for giving me the opportunity to speak. दोस्तों, मैं आज आपके साथ एक आर्टिकल शेयर करना चाहती हूँ. कभी आपने पीसफुली कुछ पल समुद्र को देखा है? मैं आपको एक छोटी सी कहानी सुनाती हूँ. समुद्र के किनारे जब एक तेज लहर आई तो वो एक बच्चे का चप्पल अपने साथ बहा के ले गई. बच्चा रेत पर उंगली से लिखता है, समुद्र चोर है. उसी समुद्र के किनारे एक मछुआरा बहुत सारी मछलियां पकड़ कर आता है और वो रेत पर लिखता है, समुद्र मेरा पालनहारा है. एक युवक समुद्र में डूबकर मर जाता है तो उसकी माँ वहां लिखती है कि समुद्र हत्यारा है. वहीं दूसरे किनारे एक बूढ़ा गरीब टहल रहा था तो उसे वहां पर एक अनमोल सीप मिलती है, उसके अंदर से एक मोती मिलता है तो वह रेत पर लिखता है कि समुद्र बहुत बड़ा दानी है. अचानक एक बड़ी सी लहर आती है और वो सब कुछ लिखा हुआ जो था वो सब पिटाकर चली जाती है. मतलब समुद्र को कहीं कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि लोग उसके बारे में क्या राय रखते हैं. वो हमेशा अपनी लहरों के साथ मस्त रहता है. तो दोस्तों, अगर हमें विशाल समुद्र बनना है तो जीवन में कभी भी कहीं भी फिजूल बातों पर ध्यान देना बंद कर दीजिए. अपने उफान, उत्साह, शौक, पराक्रम, शांति हमेशा अपने हिसाब से तय कीजिए. और लोगों का क्या है, लोग तो अपनी राय परिस्थितियों के हिसाब से बदलते रहते हैं. अब देखो ना, मक्खी अगर चाय में गिर जाए तो लोग चाय को फेंक देते हैं, लेकिन अगर वही मक्खी देसी घी में गिर जाए तो वो मक्खी को निकाल के फेंक देते हैं. तो इस तरह से लोगों की राय बदलती रहती है, हमें उस पर ध्यान नहीं देना चाहिए. अंत में मैं एक कविता सुनाऊंगी, 4 लाइना. आज मुलाकात हुई जाती उम्र से, आज मुलाकात हुई जाती उम्र से, मैंने कहा जरा ठहरो. वो हंसकर इठलाते हुए बोली, मैं उम्र हूँ, ठहरती नहीं. पाना चाहते हो मुझे तो मेरे हर कदम के संग चलो. मैंने मुस्कुराते हुआ, कैसे चलूं मैं, बनकर तेरा हम कदम. संग तेरे चलने पर छोड़ना होगा मुझे मेरा बचपन, मेरी नादानी, मेरा लड़कपन. तू ही बता दे कैसे समझदारी की दुनिया को मैं अपना लूं, जहां है नफरतें, दूरियां, शिकायतें और अकेलापन. उम्र ने कहा, मैं तो दुनियाए चमन में बस एक मुसाफिर हूँ. गुजरते वक्त के साथ एक दिन यूं ही गुजर जाऊंगी, करके कुछ आंखों को नम और कुछ दिलों में यादें बनकर बस जाऊंगी. तो दोस्तों, आप अंत में यही कहूंगी कि आप स्वस्थ रहिए, मस्त रहिए, हमेशा खिलखिलाते रहिए, अपना और अपनों का ख्याल रखिए. थैंक यू.
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत खूब. मैं तो सल्यूट कर सकता हूँ कि हाथ में मेरा मोबाइल है. आपने जिस तरीके से सरल तरीके से कविता के द्वारा और भाषा का उच्चारण किया, हमें हमारे दिल में दुगदुगित खुशी से फुलाना समाया. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद संध्या जी. कीप इट अप और यही लगे रहें. और अगले स्पीकर हमारे सर्वश्रेष्ठ NK अग्रवाल जी को मैं आमंत्रण करता हूं. आप आइए और अपना ज्ञान और विज्ञान और भाषा का हमें उसका उच्चारण और हमें शेयर करें. थैंक यू.
धन्यवाद नवीन जी. मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, yes, loud and clear.
So first of all, at the outset, I would like to thank Dr. Sen Gupta and MRL for giving me this opportunity to come on this platform and share my thoughts with you. Friends, all of you must have used calculators either as a separate piece or as a part of your mobile. But have you heard about somebody who herself or himself is a human computer? Yes, there is one, and her name is Shakuntala Devi. Shakuntala Devi was an Indian mental calculator and writer, popularly known as the human computer. Shakuntala Devi was born on the 4th of November 1929 at Bangalore, Karnataka. Her father, C.V. Sundar Raja Rao, worked as a trapeze artist. Devi was a precocious child, exhibiting abilities of adults at a very early age. He discovered his daughter's ability to memorize numbers while teaching her a card trick when she was about 3 years old. Her father left the circus and took her on road shows that displayed her ability at calculations. She did this without any formal education. At the age of 6, she demonstrated her arithmetic abilities at the University of Mysore. In 1944, Devi moved to London, United Kingdom. Devi traveled to several countries around the world, demonstrating her arithmetic talents. She was on a tour of Europe throughout 1950. Devi returned to India in the mid-60s and married Paritosh Banerjee, an officer of the Indian Administrative Service from Kolkata. They divorced in 1979 due to personal problems. In 1977, at Southern Methodist University, she gave the 23rd root of a 201-digit number in 50 seconds. Her answer was confirmed by calculations done at the US Bureau of Standards by the UNIVAC 1101 computer, for which a special program had to be written to perform such a large calculation, which took a longer time than for her to do the same. On 18th of June 1980, she demonstrated the multiplication of 13-digit numbers. These numbers were picked at random by the Department of Computing at Imperial College London. She correctly answered in 28 seconds. Her talent earned her a place in the 1982 edition of the Guinness Book of World Records for fastest human computation. However, the certificate for the record was given posthumously on 30th July 2020. In 1988, she traveled to the US to have her abilities studied by Arthur Jensen, a professor of educational psychology at the University of California, Berkeley. Jensen tested her performance at several tasks, including the calculation of large numbers like the cube root of an 8-digit number and the 7th root of another 9-digit number. Jensen reported that Devi provided the solution to the above-mentioned problems before Jensen could copy them down in his notebook. In 1980, she contested the Lok Sabha election as an independent candidate for Mumbai South and for Medak against the former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. In April 2013, Devi was admitted to a hospital in Bangalore with several respiratory problems. Over the following 2 weeks, she developed heart and kidney complications. She died in the hospital on 21st of April 2013. She was 83 years old. On 4th of November 2013, Devi was honored with a Google Duggal on what would have been her 84th birthday. In addition to her work as a mental calculator, Devi was a notable astrologer and an author of several books, including mathematics, puzzles, astrology, cookbooks, novels, and murder mysteries. A film on her life titled Shakuntala Devi was released in May 2019, where Vidya Balan acted as Shakuntala Devi. Thank you very much.
बहुत खूब अगरवाल साहब. It is a reminder for each one of us that each one is unique and have some of the good qualities and some weak, but we have to overcome and still strive further. हमें आगे बढ़ना है और
Thank you very much.
I appreciate. आगे वक्त ना लेते हुए, क्योंकि वक्त भी सबका वही है 24 hours, उसमें हमारे very famous राव सर हैं, PCN राव, जो अभी तक स्टेज में पहली बार आ रहे हैं मेरे ख्याल से. I welcome him wholeheartedly on behalf of MRL. आइए और अपना स्पीच दीजिए. Thank you.
सभी को नमस्ते. Thanks to Dr. Sen Gupta ji for the opportunity. Okay, I'll be sharing my experience with all you. Okay, so I start here. India has great culture and heritage and history. There are many rishis and munis, also scholars with abundant knowledge, who could also predict things, tell about future. Even today, there are great astrologers, mind readers, with many, and others also with many skills, who can visualize and the problems people are facing and give some solution. Maybe because of these activities are commercialized, half knowledge people are also jumping into this wagon. Sometimes all these activities are getting discredited and loses importance because the outcome is not proper. Another reason for this also, current generation always wants some practical solution. So if they don't see any practical, they don't believe in that. So such things are not believed much. But I have encountered so many things, so which makes me to believe that these are existing and these are truthful. And so I will share one or two incidents of this. Recently, what happened was there was a video in the WhatsApp, video of some what do you call reality show, where one lady, she gives papers to around 9 participants and ask her to draw or write something. And after some time, she tells everybody what somebody has written. Somebody has written one number, somebody has written a picture. She tells and people show, and exactly she has predicted the same thing. And afterward, there were 3 judges, and she also reads their mind and tells what they were thinking at that moment. So there was discussion in our house that, you know, this is all humbug, this is all stage managed thing. But no, I will quote some truthful incidents where this is proof that this is the right thing. One incident is, my wife was a teacher and she has a co-teacher who was a Tamilian, and she was a disciple of Devi. Suddenly she gets some power and she can predict things. For example, if somebody has got some problem, he has to write with his own writing and show it to her, and she go through all history and everything about that person who has written it. So there are 3-4 incidents I can tell. One is my wife's sister's son's marriage. There were so many proposals, and ultimately nothing was clicking. So one more proposal came. So she wanted to know what is going to happen. So when she read that, when she was reading that his handwriting, she could visualize his house. Actually, he is from Kerala. And is around 30 feet below the road level, and she could tell this is the house, this is this person, and he looks white, he's fat and all. And he also told about the wife, would-be wife, and everything she told, and it came as she told. One more incident is, I have got one Shetty friend who had a hotel. He wanted to start his business in his native place, that is Udupi. So he had purchased a plot. He constructed a 2-storied building where he wanted to do his ground floor for shop and all. Nothing was happening. So again, he wrote his problem and we gave that lady. So that lady, she told that, okay, near his house, there is some, on left side of his house, there is a big stone. And on the stone, some puja is not taking place. We also wondered what is the stone. Generally, we have got daivas in our native place. Actually, they are stone. They don't have any shape, but they are daivas. So every year, some puja is conducted. Some rituals are conducted. If it is not conducted, then they will not protect you or they'll give you trouble. So she told there is some stone like that which needs puja. So we did. He did puja and his problem got solved. One more thing was, one of my colleague. He is from Hyderabad and had a huge land, and land was in dispute. And it was so happened that it was about to go out of their hand. So she gave it in writing, and on here it will be a result will come and it will be in your favor. And exactly it happened. So there is a power, and this lady, she doesn't take problems of everybody. Only selected problems she takes and known people, and it is not commercialized. So it is happening, and there is truth, and you can believe that. And there is one more pendulum concept. So that also I have seen. So what concept is that person, if some problem is there, he take that photo of that photo, and he move that pendulum on that photo. And you can ask the question. So accordingly, he will answer. So it happened to my daughter's marriage also. We were in Bombay at that time. He told the marriage will be from the boy who is staying in Bangalore, but he is from Kerala, and he'll be engineer. And similarly, it happened. So what I want to tell you, such things are still valid, and such are still happening, and we should be believing in that. So just I shared my thought. Thank you. Thanks.
Most welcome. I think you have enlightened us with a so-called palmistry, horoscope, not horoscope, and many of the whims and fancies of Indian setup. And thank you very much. Before going further, the final speaker is myself, and I'm very first of all grateful not to only Dr. A.K. Sengupta, Santa, but each one of you, each bright, brilliant souls and physical participation to bring a better you, a better me. हम सुधरेंगे नहीं, अब सुधरना तो पड़ेगा अगले जन्म के लिए. So my topic is how to be a better you, or how to accept things in life. We always say that every morning is a new birth. I'll start this. Every morning is a new birth, and when I wake up, I look at the sun and do my Surya Namaskar. And it gives me that positive feeling that I am good, I'm not going to be sick, I'm smart, I am going to be confident, I'll take care of myself, then I can take care of my people around me and the environment. And with the gratitude of that, when I go to bed, I spend about 10 minutes praying and thinking in silence, no mantras, no shlokas, just thank God, today has been a bright, beautiful day, hope for another one, if given the opportunity. So it's all in God's hand. We often say, "Arey, tum usse baat kar rahe ho, isse baat kar rahe ho, kya milega? Tum seva kar rahe ho, kyun karo?" It is not the karma only. It is God's power that has blessed you and the people around you. When you want someone, we should do it, any seva or anything, with zero ego. Very difficult, because we can't forget our past, and the past is giving us the problem, the monkey in the mind, saying, no, no, you can do better. Oh, no, no, that is it. So we start labeling or identifying always before even thinking of what I am supposed to do, what is my role play, am I going to be effective, and how to know when to cut my talk. That's why you will be surprised. I used to be very talkative. Thanks to Dr. Sengupta, with our silent and soulful communication, I could manage myself. Even in the college or management or in the other environment, I was not aware of these. So this mindful speech is coming only when required. But always say, did I ask you if I have a problem? That's ego. Because if you are sick and you're having a heart pain, you have to express, speak out, because I'm a safety man, I'm a health and practitioner. So with that, further I say that let us not just be talking about others, let's talk about our inner balance and outer activities. Because this age, we have to forgive ourselves, accept the things, and try to learn. Like the child used to, before he starts walking, he falls down. Then again we pick him up. Okay, start again, start again. And that is the motivational spirit that I believe in. Another spiritual talk, I don't know, but I observed. If you know, how do you identify whether you are fit for the takeoff of your, just like the aeroplane taking off and then landing and then your journey is completed. I don't know, some Nadi Sodhan and something, they're doing a lot of yogas and all. But I just learned observed it yesterday only. I'm out of Bombay, but due to some reason, I have to be present there. So before I start, I check my Nadi, that is right nostril and left nostril. The right is pertaining to the sun, the left is the moon, and the center is you know all. So if I am sure I'm okay, I've taken my medicine, I know my plan, I have people around me. If Nadi Sodan right side is breathing, excellent, go ahead. But if the moon says tamasic, oh, let go, so don't that time argue. Just take rest for a few minutes and restart. That now I'm going to do. Now once your physical, mental, and spiritual is going ahead in the air, in the height of about 35,000 feet, you will see both the nadis, both your nostrils will be working. The reason of that is you are in the purity of that sky, the purity of soul, the purity of physical. You're not aware, you're not looking at the small things in the world, the small particles. So what do you do? Say, thank God, when I land also, I will be okay, and I'm going to be okay. I'll make this thing happen. And you will see things happening. Now, coming back to the day-to-day, we have a chance for a better you. Past is past, you know, it's all gone. But unless until we don't do it yourself, nobody is going to come. Even you may have the best of everything, people around you, means, money, everything. It's your breath that counts. Now the breath, when it is, we say modulate it, I just say breathe normally, but more than that, be with beauty of the self, the beauty of the nature, but we cannot always be in a smiling face. So what is the smile? Because I always say smile always, you know, often. And we say smile is an indicator of your aura of your face, of your physical well-being, where you know if you have done your routines correctly, which everyone does or tries to do it, or ignores it and listens to the lecture and doesn't implement anything. If 1% of one word of MRL of this lecture, if one has implemented, I'm sure that best quality like a diamond cut, you will have it. And you are all diamonds for me. With that, I want to say further about ego, that we say zero plan bank balance, you know, we open account. So let's increase the zero balance of our ego and just serve with love, gratitude, and empathy, and a smile on your face. Thank you very much for giving me this golden opportunity. The time is going to be exactly 6 o'clock. Thank you, Sen Gupta sir, Samta, and each one of you. And look forward, if there is anything I can serve with a smile and without expectation in the present moment, you're most welcome to contact me. Thank you.
एक्सलेंट एंकरिंग नवीन जी, बहुत मजा आया आपकी टॉक पे भी और आपके एंकरिंग में भी. सुपर.
Exactly, superb anchoring and super speech.
Yeah,
Everybody's
double roll, बहुत बढ़िया.
everybody's speech is so thought-provoking and very nice. All speeches are very nice.